All right. Hello, everyone. It's the Dread Pirate once again, and we're going to do some gaming. It's going to be great, and I got a bunch of people here today, and we're all in prison. We're all in prison. Without...
Heck yeah, milk tea!
Yeah. And
it's so good.
And people are drinking tea, and it's weird. And
speaking of which, I get to go to a maid cafe at Anime Matsuri in Houston, so there's a middle finger to all of you.
That's sad. That's really sad. And but that's fun. Okay.
I get to take a pull.
Sad that you don't get to go, or sad that he is going?
It's sad that he's going. It's sad that he's going. He's like, ooh, maid cafe, roopa-doopa-doo, weeb, you know. So like, no, he's just you know, like Xenius, he pretends he's metal. He's like, oh, like I like rock music, but then he goes to maid cafes. You know, it's like he's just totally not metal. He wishes he was metal. That's why he likes Riff Shop.
Excuse me for getting with very cutely dressed up maids, and I get to take a picture with one. I get to be served by them. I just realized that I fucked up in this lecture room I made. It's now moved over because I fail. So yeah, like so
hard.
Okay, there.
Oh man.
And there's like and then my little doorway moved too. So okay, hold on.
Oh yes, you have failed.
I have failed terribly. Oh fuck! I can't move the. Oh, I can't move the door. I can't move my door. Well, the game's over. Game's over. Bye. We're done. No.
Looks like we need a wizard to fix.
How the fuck did this happen? Look at this. Look at this. How the fuck did that happen? My door is now stuck inside of it, and I can't get it out.
Yay!
Okay. Well, we're doing this instead.
You can't move the bigger object off of the door and then move the door.
It's stuck. It's totally stuck. Well, game's over. We're just hey, that's
the reception desk, okay?
You're showing the height of the actual door.
That is canon. It is now the reception desk, and so there we go. There. Okay. Good enough. All right. When last we met, Eddie Brock, after a harrowing battle with two vampire driders and a completely exhausted and battered team, decided, hey, you know what? I'm not going to go home. I'm just going to walk in this room that I don't know what's in it. And he goes in there and he finds a drow porn star with phenomenal cosmic power and starts an encounter. But it's okay. Spider-Man managed to salvage things. And like, hey, let's talk to the hot drow ladies and not fight them so we don't die and we save the kingdom and we can score. But then Reinhardt shows up and Reinhardt's like, but she made fun of my hammer, so she must die. And then vampire lady's all like, no, you die. And then somehow, I'm not sure how Eddie Brock got cut in half. Spider-Man almost died. Reinhardt had an epic battle with a bunch of Kuthmarin, skinless mofos, and drow porn star lady. And it was pretty awesome. But now you've been captured and you are in prison in a drow cell. Spider-Man is in a cell next to you. And something I just realized now, it's like the doors to these cells are actually metal. There's big, thick metal doors, and they're sealed in. But meanwhile, in between, there are cages, so you can actually see each other. So it's like some kind of weird hybrid between like a modern prison and a medieval enclosure where you're sealed in. You guys, you've been in here for a few minutes, and you're not sure what to do, and you're not sure how you can get out of the situation. Your armor's been taken from you. You saw your armor moved into a room to your west, through this way. It's oh shit! I did it again. It went through this doorway.
There's a chair at the reception desk.
There's a chair at the reception desk. Shut up.
And you gave us a door handle on the door.
It was all intentional. It's all planned. And I do everything.
Right here is a door where we saw all of our gear go.
Yes. All your gear went through that door.
Can I roll to see if I could have palmed a lockpick?
You may in a moment. Hold that thought. I haven't introduced you yet, so.
I just want to know if I have it so that I can describe my first actions.
Well, yes. Hold that thought, and we'll do it in a minute because Like I'll get to you. I'll get to you like immediately after this. But let me finish setting them up real quick. All right. So you saw your armor go through the door with the lovely door handle. And you're thinking to yourself in the store, it's like, well, how the hell do I get out of this situation? You feel bad about the fight. You feel bad about what happened. Eddie Brock died. Spider-Man's wounded. You're not sure what to do. And all you can think to yourself is that, like, you wish there was some higher power that could help you out of the situation and make things right. And you remember, like, your only real, like, religious experience that you've personally had was from Cord. And so you basically you start praying to Cord for Cord to give you strength to get you through this time. And something happens inside of you. You feel a surge of power. You're not sure where it came from. You sense like things are going to work out, things are going to be okay, but you have to think of something. You are now officially a paladin of Cord. And you have the powers that are now on your character sheet. You may not realize you're a paladin of Cord per se. You can roleplay that however you want. And after a few minutes, you notice that Spider-Man is starting to wake up. Oxenius, what's your character's name again?
His name is Devdan, but he's not sharing that with anyone right now.
Okay, your name is Devdan, but no one knows that. You notice a couple cells down. There's a couple of people that are kind of lying on their cots. There's a drow gentleman that's in the cot next to you. This cell is empty. You are in the cell that's after that, and then this one's empty as well.
Okay.
I thought the Larry was the biggest glass cannon around.
What's that?
I thought the Larry was the biggest glass cannon around.
Who's a glass cannon?
The letter A.
Letter A.
He can one-shot anyone, but he dies from a passing spring breeze.
It just died, actually. There was a giant letter A in there, and it just fell over and died instead. Sorry. It's like
I breathed on it.
This is actually Oxenius's backup character. It's like he made this whole thing, and I was like, no, but he's like, man, I really want to play the letter A. I want to be like you, Eddie. I want to play stupid shit. And he was like, I want to be the letter A, and I was like, my boy's growing up, and I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of him bringing that decision. Now, this
just for the record, that did not happen.
He has to do a Constitution check every minute.
Clearly, the letter C.
The letter C has like infinite Constitution.
Clearly, the letter C is an NPC.
NPC with infinite Constitution.
Infinite Constitution.
Because it's the letter C. And Constitution starts with C. Therefore, C stands for
Infinite Constitution, zero move.
Yes.
I predict the letter C. I predict that the letter C will be very important in this game. So it's a crucial character, man. It's gonna
another word starting with C.
Exactly. Yeah. Until you run into K, because then this becomes a Mortal Kombat. Then cheesecake, yeah. But then when we get the letter K, this becomes a Mortal Kombat game, and then all the C's turn into K's. And that's gonna be awesome. Anyway.
I'd rather have the cheesecake, honestly.
I want cheesecake too, and I haven't eaten, and you're killing me. So it's like,
Stop
anyway.
putting up all these letter jokes.
Devdan. So you don't necessarily get along on the surface world, and so you've decided, I'm kind of at home, sort of in the Underdark. So you've been kind of wandering around the Underdark, and things have been going good. You arrived in the city of Zithmore Kane this morning, and you spent some time in there. Things seemed a little tense. You weren't sure what was going on. You went to the bazaar and the local town and basically went to a tavern and saw a very attractive drow woman, not wearing a whole lot of clothing. Looked like she was wearing essentially lingerie and a cape. And you decided to hit on her a little bit, and she was like, kind of gave you a lukewarm reception. And then you made a joke about like, well, it's like Loth must have fallen out of the sky because you're clearly like her child. And she presented to magically slam you against the floor over and over again for Derry speaking such blasphemy, which makes no sense to you because, like, they all worship Loth, or supposed to, and you found yourself arrested and roughed up a little bit by the guards and thrown into the cell this morning. Now, you wanted to make a
trying to play my game, but I couldn't.
Yeah, and you wanted to do a check. Like earlier, a moment ago. What did you want to do?
I wanted to make a sleight of hand check to hide a lockpick on my body in order to be able to pick the lock?
You may make that check.
35.
You have succeeded in hiding a lockpick. They have no fucking clue. In fact, it was really easy. You may have over-prepared this. What you were doing was actually, you've been doing this for a while, so you know your way around, like, you know, like tight security and whatnot, and you probably could sneak or pick your way out of any problem. You're noticing these guys aren't paying attention. You notice that the drow guards that apprehend you seem a little bit on edge. You know, drow men aren't the happiest sort because their women are in charge, and their women typically have them castrated for disobedience, among other things. But, like, they seem a little bit more on edge right now. It's like the woman made a huge scene talking about how dare this.
Did I hear the guards talk about anything in particular? As
a matter of fact, you did. It started off with basically her screaming about, like, this Loth follower will be executed by dawn. By dawn. That's what we show for Treasus, worshipping that vile goddess who's abandoned you all. And they took you away. And, like, you notice that...
As they take me away, I shout at them, the gods forsaken me before I was born. Why would I worship any of them?
Yes. She keeps on demagoguing, ignoring you. And you notice that the drow in question, when she says all this, talking about how Loth has abandoned them all, the male guards that are with you seem flustered and pissed off, but looks like they're kind of afraid to say anything. And they just kind of silently carry you off. And they don't even rough you up they rough you up a little bit. They decked you a couple times in the face. But you didn't feel like that was towards them. They just really wanted to punch something because they're mad about something. You can't say what. All of them just kind of look downcast when you're processed. It's like, what is this creature charged with? Heresy. Heresy is what he's charged with. Ah, yes.
I would like to make a diplomatic check with them.
You may make your check. Go ahead and what?
So a 29.
All right, and now I have to bust out the epic level handbook. Hold on. So, but go ahead and say what you're going to say, though.
So, the lady's treating you a little rough around here. Keep me out of these cells, and I can help you work your way back up to the top.
That requires some thought. Is how I'm going to respond to that. Let's see. I have too many books.
You know I'm smart.
That's true. I got way too many books, Oxenius. You know that.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Epic Blackguard. You're not an Epic Blackguard. Appraise. Here we go. Epic Feats. No. Went too far. Handle Animal. Diplomacy. You have 29? Okay, congratulations. You've worked them up to indifferent. Repeat what you said again?
Nope. So, ladies treating you rough around here?
When do they not treat us rough?
Yeah, go ahead. If you keep me out of these cells, I can help you work your way back up to the top.
When do the drow women not treat us rough around here? Sorry, I want to keep my skin. Can't do anything for you. Nothing personal. What? Are you a human? What are you exactly?
I'm something that humans find disgraceful.
Oh, so you actually belong down here with us. All right.
To some extent.
Well, wish I could help you. Sorry.
I'm half human, by all technicalities. The other half of me is a little bit more of a Nightwalker.
Well, you know, just for being half human, we'd probably kill you alone. But whatever. Nothing we can do about it. Sorry. Want to keep my skin. They
understand.
They shuffle and they kind of roughly put you in the cell, but it's not overly aggressive. It's more like they're kind of absent-minded. They're just kind of, they put you in the cell, close the door, and just kind of passively lock it. And it's just like they just kind of wander away and just look just kind of morose. There's something definitely bothering them. So that's what you're doing. Zaknoyn. Okay, do you revere Loth at all?
If she can prevent me from getting castrated, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's actually kind of
castrated.
Well, you're not crazy about You're not crazy about drow society, right? If I recall. Okay, well, yeah, that's kind of similar to what happened. Is you kind of got trumped up on similar charges. You actually wandered into town. You were just passing through, and at the gate, you were like, "Praise be to Loth," which is the typical standard response of all drow, and you immediately found yourself being arrested and beaten for heresy, and you got shuffled. And you got shuffled into here as well, and you're like, "What?" And
wait, what?
Yeah, and one of the guards that was actually wearing a white tabard, also male but less. You weren't there for Devon's arresting, but basically you noticed that if you had been, you would have noticed that the ones that are basically arrested there were wearing like just typical brown tunics and the typical kind of Zith Morcane watch. The one that had you beaten was wearing a white tabard, but he was also male. And when he has other guards escort you out, he was like it's a spellcaster. Make sure to keep him in a warding to stop his magic and take all of his items away. It's like yeah, whatever. And they just kind of shuffled you in, and they took your items off you, but they didn't really do anything particular. They just kind of, much like Devdan, they just kind of shuffled them in there. You both kind of came in around the same time. Devdan went in there probably a little earlier than you. And you guys have been in there for a couple hours, just kind of laying low for a minute. And then suddenly, the two of you notice far down in the far cell, suddenly a man just appears on the ground, apparently badly wounded and cut, and seemed to be bleeding from his side, wearing some kind of a full body suit that's red and blue and appears to have like patterns of a spider web on it. And then, like, in front of you, they hustled in this giant knight, human, but wearing some kind of crazy armor you've never seen before. And then they were basically kind of ordered him to take his arms off. And he said, like, all right, I'll take it off. And he takes it off, and they shuffle his armaments into the next room with the rest of your equipment. And he stands there for a minute. And you notice finally that the man in the red and the blue finally comes to. Oh, God. Oh. Somebody get the number of that truck? Shit. Oh. Reinhardt, are you there? Is that you?
Wakey, wakey.
Oh, like, what happened? I remember a blade, like, popping up out of the ground and slicing into me. That's what I remember.
So Eddie's dead.
Yeah, I remember. I feel terrible. Give me a moment to rest. Keep talking though.
You called out about a big boss lady being an illusion. Yeah, after which she summoned those whirling blades, and I was forced to retreat out of the room.
Yeah.
After that, I'm not entirely sure what happened to you because of the vision. But
she summoned up another one of those swirling blades, and it clocked me in the side. That's the last thing I remember. Ooh. Yeah. Oh man, I feel good. I feel like I'm recovering though.
I was chased by two of the skinless dudes and the other drow. She transformed into a spider.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah.
It's like I'm dealing with Smythe all over again. Just great.
Are y'all talking loud enough that I'd be able to hear this?
Yes, you can. You can hear all that.
Okay.
Probably.
Both of you can.
Reinhardt has a very big booming voice.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. That's discomforting.
Yeah. We can sneak out of here, yeah? Yeah.
I did not say that.
Okay. I need to. Okay. All right. Hold on.
Do we?
Over the course of a minute and 36 seconds, Spider-Man just, you son of a bitch. Did you put all that shit in there?
Yes.
You asshole. Well,
good. The receptionist needed a chair and a computer with a mouse and keyboard and a drink holder, and then there's all these storage boxes.
Hey, you get to make us do a search check or whatever for each box to try and find our shit.
Why would you do this?
It's as simple as just opening every box.
Oh my god. No, right. I know I'm killing first. Okay.
Probably Alex.
Over the course of a minute and 36 seconds. Over the course of a minute and 36 seconds, Spider-Man uses 16 action points to use my new ability, Second Wind, to completely recover my hit points. So, as opposed to my original plan, which would involve me potentially losing my mind and also becoming way too overpowered. Yeah, Spider-Man just kind of sits there and recovers, and he seems like he's a lot better after a while. Yeah. Okay, all right, well, we need to find a way out of this place.
Is there a lock that I can pick on this door?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to attempt to pick a lock.
Okay. Make your attempt. Let me see if there's a check on that. Ooh, there is.
It's going to be a disable device. I need a calculator.
Ugh.
$43.
43. You have successfully unlocked the door. And,
I do not open it yet.
Okay, you've successfully locked the door. I'm gonna make a spot check to see if I see what you're doing. But you're not dangerous, so I can't add my crazy bonuses to it. At least you're not dangerous yet. So.
There aren't any guards just in the hallway, correct?
No, they've just wandered away. After taking your armor there, they kind of close the door and look irritated. But you notice that two of them went in. There were 4 that went in with the armor, and only 2 of them come out.
Perfect.
So, yeah. Hold on, I gotta find my. Where's my spot? Fuck! I can't find my skills. I can't find my own skills.
Hey,
Shut up, Buchnanius. Shut up.
Can I use my passive perception to just see if I notice him doing this?
Actually, well, that's the thing. Do you want to keep your actions hidden, Oxenius?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you need to make a bluff check, or bluff or sleight of hand, probably.
Sleight of hand.
Okay.
Probably sleight of hand.
Okay.
26.
26. Okay. All right. I'm not going to tell you what happens. But are you just using your passive perception to notice him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't make it.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Okay. Well. Maybe we have. Spider-Man looks to you, Reinhardt, and says, "Maybe we can get some help out of there." Hey, buddy, you. And you feel
I got an idea.
You feel that he's okay. Devdan, you feel like the man in the red and blue suit is talking to you.
I'd like to perform a strength check to bend the bars.
It's actually an iron door. I
thought you said we were in a cage.
There's a cage. Oh, there is a cage on your side if you want to bend that.
Okay, so
it's iron bars between all of the cells, but it's an iron door keeping them at the entryways.
Yeah, I initially planned it to be like a prison, but then it turns out in the book it's actually iron doors, and so I really didn't want to get rid of my prison bar idea, so I'm a hack. That's really all it is.
All right, then. Yeah, I'll just try and bend the bars between me and Spider-Man.
Okay, you may go ahead.
All right.
But yeah, the man in red and blue is looking directly at you, Devdan, and he appears to be trying to get your attention.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, you successfully bend the bars, and you can walk into my cell.
We want spandex.
You got your door open, right?
Could you talk any louder?
Shit.
Yes. Hello.
Sorry. Yeah, so I take it you're going to break out of here. We mind if we come with you?
No. What got you thrown in here?
Well, we challenged the authority around here, and the lady in charge got a friend of mine killed, so I'm kind of looking to get some payback. How'd you like to join the revolution?
So, your motivation is to get revenge?
Revenge, justice for these people, and the surface. They've been raiding the surface a lot, so that's kind of why we're down here.
She called my hammer stupid.
Yeah, I almost talked her down, and that was not probably the smartest idea. But it would have worked if she'd actually been there.
Easiest way to not deal with anything bad.
By the way, Reinhardt, you're in my cell. That's why I put you underneath me. So, what'd you say, sir?
Talking your way through problems is the best way to avoid conflict.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
Yeah. Well, I try. It normally doesn't work back home, but I
don't know that
try
I can respect your ideals of justice.
Well, why do you say that?
Oh, because I've been banned from the top side. No one wants me around. They all look at me with sharp eyes and think that I am worthless beneath them.
Well, you don't look worthless to me.
So I decided to live where I can be beneath them and out of their sight, and where I can live happily. Go up to the surface whenever I decide to cause a little chaos.
Well, then what are you doing in the cell if you're living down here and everything's happy? What got you in here?
Apparently, they don't like their old gods.
Yeah, from what we can understand, there's something weird going on. Apparently the clerics can't hear, what's her name? Luth? Lewis? Loth. Okay, all right, because I sworn it was Lewis. Yeah, they can't hear her anymore, and there's some new god called Karansafart. Karansali. Thank you. I knew it was a Lee, not a fart.
Knowledge, can I make a
what's that?
Knowledge local. Can I make a knowledge local check to see if I know who that is?
You may go ahead.
12.
You have never heard of Karansali before.
I've never heard of this one, but I'll remember their name.
She's apparently some kind of crazy cult of death and undeath, and they've been like taking the old worshippers of Loth and skinning them alive. Yeah, and turning them these crazy undead monsters too. Like when they skin the person alive, they become like this crazy acid oozing monster. It's really freaky. Well, would it be fair to say that if you were to overthrow the current power down here, your way of life would be easier, yes?
I survive, I adapt, I overcome.
Well, why don't you do that by helping us kill an evil vampire who killed a buddy of mine?
Is that a vampire?
Yeah.
So a vampire is at the center of all of this.
Yes, she is, apparently.
Give me 2 minutes.
Okay. I may need you to open the door. We may need you to open our.
You guys are.
Yeah.
Sorry, you go.
Okay. Like he said, he looks at you one more time and says, "Okay, so I may need you to open the door, but."
I said, give me 2 minutes. Now keep quiet so that I can do my job.
Well, I might need to. Oh.
I peer outside the lock to see if I see any guards walking around.
You don't, but I was just gonna. Fine. Spider-Man is gonna make
Spandex's door first.
As you're walking over there, Spider-Man's actually gonna make a strength check to open the door himself.
Yeah, I was about to do that as well.
Yeah.
I bent the bars. I bent the door, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna interject. You're trying to sneak, sir. Sir Strongman.
Well, no, he doesn't say anything to you. You don't know that he's doing that.
I know. I'm just warning him, player.
Okay.
You're trying to be quiet and stealthy in order to get out of here without alarming the guards, so that you don't have to fight 50 people at the same time, right?
Maybe.
That's a narrow hallway.
I made a 30. So okay. So as you're walking, you put your head back in to say all that. Spider-Man just kind of like puts his hands on the door and pushes and crunch. And let's say I'll. What do you think? Sleight of hand or bluff to not make that too loud.
Well, against a steel door that is obviously going to make noise.
I know, but
I don't think you can avoid that. By the way, you need to restart recording.
Okay. All right. Well, let's finish this check and we'll do that.
Okay.
I think because I don't think I have sleight of hand. That would be a dexterity check. So
You're good at those.
16. It was like, yeah, no one's paying attention. So it makes a sound that you notice, but he's like, he kind of stops and kind of gently pushes it open. But I was just gonna say, well, like, we might be able to get out by ourselves, but whatever. So Spider-Man has basically kind of broken the lock and shuffles outside.
What about the fourth guy?
Spider-Man puts his head back in and says, "Hey, buddy, you want out of here?" Alex, you there?
Put me right there.
I'm here.
Okay. Spider-Man reaches his head back in the door and looks at you, and it's like, buddy, you want out of this place?
Of course.
Okay. Yeah. I guess we're getting him out too. I'll let you do the honors since you are quieter at this than I am, apparently.
What's your problem thing now that we've finished the
What? Everybody's kind of going robo on me. Okay. Everybody there?
I'm saying that we should
I'm
All right, hold on.
pause since we're not resolving any checks at the moment, so you can restart your recording.
Okay, let's do that.